it's Dynasty, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is pretty special, since I'll be hosting a Q&A to celebrate reaching 500 subscribers recently. That's right, 500! I feel like 2 videos ago, I just mentioned reaching 300, so this is crazy. A big thank you to everyone who takes the time to watch my videos. Your support means the world to me. Thank you so much. Also, if you haven't, please consider subscribing if you want to see more of my content. But anyway, let's get into the video. I'll try my best to answer as many of you as possible. I gotta say, you guys submitted a lot of fun questions, so I'm so excited to get started with this. Alright, let's go! Here's the first question. Quick note, I'm sorry if I pronounce any of your usernames wrong, guys. I'm trying my best here. Meowosaurus says, congrats for 500 subs. What were some of your inspirations when creating your characters? First off, thank you so much. When it comes to inspirations for my characters, I usually base them on real people, whether it's people I know or celebrities. For example, a number of drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race inspired Milo's character. Overall, I tend to combine many different things I like to mold a character. Sadistic Thought Soo says, do you plan on making a webcomic or an animated show in the future? Definitely, yes, I do plan to make an animated show eventually. Whether a studio picks it up or I go fully independent, it's gonna happen. I'm only 22, so right now I'm just learning about animation and just growing my fan base. Realm of Dreams was originally a webcomic, but I realized that medium didn't work with my story. Overall, that was a great question. Thanks for asking. Princey of Roses says, is it okay to ask how did Macy find out they were trans? Oh yes, it's totally okay to ask. Macy found out she was trans when she was 18, and she came out to Milo when she was 19. She always had a feminine side, but she was scared to be herself since she thought people would judge her. Macy always admired Milo's femininity, so he inspired her to come out. It's no surprise they're best friends. Zephyr Arts says, what's a fact about one of your OCs that a lot of people don't know about? One fact I'd say most people don't know about is that Ingrid is half human. She was conceived when her mother was a human, and since her dad is Krampus, that makes her a hybrid. Of course, she has a more demonic appearance, so I wouldn't expect most to know from first glance. But during the story, you find out that her nature is different from the average demon. MCP Creations says, when do you plan on holding animation auditions? I know of a good website to find people. I actually plan to work with a few animators very soon, since I'm currently working on a 1-minute trailer for my project. This trailer will be used to generate more interest for Realm of Dreams, and help when I launch my future crowdfunding campaign. I'd love to know what website you have in mind. Feel free to share it with me. Ghost Creep says, Corin's thoughts on demons and imps. Corin, like the rest of the North Pole, thinks demons are disgusting and should be avoided. Since Krampus and Santa's fallout, demons have since been banned from the North Pole. Over time, citizens were taught to never trust a demon and wouldn't dare speak of one. Corin has also been brainwashed since she was a child. But because of Carrie, she's forced to associate with demons for the first time. It's both a scary and fun learning experience for her. Max Doves says, where did Macy get the name Macy? Are there origins to her name? Around the time she came out as trans, she decided to refer to herself as Macy since she was inspired by a popular TV show she watched as a kid. There was a character named Macy on the program, and she was everything Macy wanted to be, a confident, successful supermodel. She didn't have the best childhood, so the show was an escape for her, and the name just felt natural. Ellie Art Channel says, hi, love your OCs. Does Santa know that Carrie is out being the candy killer? Thank you so much. And no, Santa has no idea that his daughter Carrie is the candy killer. He doesn't even know that Carrie sold her soul, or the fact that she's even involved with demons. A running gag in the story is that Carrie's parents have no clue about her double life, so it's pretty funny to see Carrie desperately try to hide her secrets from them. Anon says, what were other characters' reactions to Milo being a crossdresser? Milo's always been pretty feminine since he was a kid, so no one was surprised when he started wearing women's clothing in his teens. Overall, no one made a big deal about it. And to quickly answer Max Stubbs' other question, since it's related, Milo started embracing his femininity when he was 5 years old. He always loved playing with makeup and dolls. It was only until his mid-teens that he started cross-dressing on a normal basis. Dune Tven says, is there a character that you're still not fully satisfied with yet? Yes, I think Vera is a character I'm not happy with yet. I'm having a hard time with her design. I redesigned her back in 2020 and thought I was satisfied, but something still bothers me. Don't get me wrong, she's really fun to write, but I think I'll continue tweaking her look until I'm ready to draw her again. Happy Headspace says, are there going to be female to male characters? I love your characters and art so much. Aw, thank you. And yes, I do plan to make a female to male transgender character. Not exactly sure when, but it's definitely something I've been looking into. Sakura Mochi Bear says, what inspired you to make Realm of Dreams? Watching cartoons and reading comics growing up definitely inspired me to create my own story. Also, I've always felt Krampus was such an interesting character, but he's barely been featured in any media, let alone a cartoon. I want to change that. Purple Griffin Official says, what is your dream career? Do you plan to be a director, producer, etc.? My dream career list is long. I want to do it all. I want to be a director, producer, and writer, only for my own projects. I'm aiming more towards the independent route, since having creative control is really important to me. Overall, my biggest goal is to be a showrunner. Cheesy Bagel Studios says, how old were you when you started taking art/animation seriously? I was 17 when I started taking my art seriously, so it hasn't been that long. Sure, I've been drawing ever since I could pick up a pencil, but it was only then when I found out what things like anatomy or proportions were. There's still so much I want to improve on, but since I actually enjoy writing more than drawing, I found myself having less time to practice lately. Mozzie Pizza says, who's the character you're most proud of? Why? That's a good question. I'm most proud of Milo because I enjoy writing him most. Out of all my characters, his dialogue comes the most natural to me. He's funny, charming, and his design is absolutely adorable. In Milo's head, he's a lot bigger than he really is, and his confidence is very admirable. Overall, he's been a huge comfort character for me lately. Warden Darkwing Artist says, what inspired Ingrid's design? I think Krampus in general inspired Ingrid's design. I of course wanted to give her a demonic appearance, but also mesh goat elements in there, hence her legs. Also, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Chowder that used to be on Cartoon Network, but there's a character named Gorgonzola on the show, and he pretty much inspired Ingrid's candle. Vanna Scribbles says, does the candle on Ingrid's head serve any sort of functionality? Ingrid's candle serves as a way to express her emotion at the time being. When she's sad, her flame goes out. When she's happy, her flame is lit. And when she's angry, the flame grows huge and her whole body turns red. I know in some old drawings this isn't exactly accurate, but going forward, this is canon. Petunia Rust says, although Corin is now trans, are you still using Selena Gomez as her voice? Of course. Like Macy, I'd want a trans actress to play Corin. Selena's voice claim was just an idea of how I'd want her to sound. Every trans person's voice is different and unique to them. So when the time comes for auditions, I'm sure I'll find someone who will do a great job bringing her character to life. Trying to Be Human says, which one of your OCs do you believe has the most heartbreak under their belt? I'd say my character Seth has the most heartbreak under his belt. His whole life he's always felt unwanted since his father Krampus never claimed him as his son. He was conceived during an affair. During the story, Seth feels the need to prove to everyone that he's just as important to the Krampus family as his sister Ingrid. Ave Silverwing 123 says, hey Ingrid, what's your favorite dessert? Ingrid's favorite dessert is Devil's Food Cake. Big Guy Chris says, hello, big fan of your art. What inspired you to become an artist? Aw, thank you. In one word, cartoons. Watching cartoons growing up definitely inspired me to start drawing and creating my own characters. And finally, Nova Royd says, what's your favorite thing to do when designing a new character? Color palettes. I just love choosing colors for a character. It says a lot about their fashion and style. And that's all, folks. I tried my best to answer as many of you as I could, and overall, I'm grateful for everyone who submitted questions in the first place. This was fun, and I'll definitely host more Q&As for future milestones. See you later, and thanks for watching.